Hello and welcome to Poddington Railway. I'm considering changing the name slightly to Poddington Lake. Decision yet to be made. And in this video, I'm taking a look at my latest model. Bachmann Double Fairlie 3901-103 Fairlie Railway Double Fairlie Livingston Thompson in Fairlie Railway Line Maroon. And take a closer look at the engine and see what makes it tick. Right, let's have a look. Fairlies, for those that are not acquainted with them, although they look like two engines in one, are in fact just one engine with two power units. One of the earliest forms of successful articulated traction, designed by Robert Francis Fairlie in the 1880s. And so many were produced for the Fairlie and railways abroad, including North America, Africa, and some European countries. Livingston Thompson is the one preserved as part of the National Collection in the National Railway Museum at York. Well worth a visit. Really brilliantly made model. Brilliant detail. And let's have a look at it, shall we? And yes, I am going to take it off the track for a little while. Right. A detail on the cylinders, including the drain cocks. On the power bogie, that's what they're called, power bogies. Each is independent of the other, but both driven by worm drive through the single motor underneath the boiler in the centre. We've got vacuum brake pipes for the trains on the Fairlie. I'm not exactly sure when. Detailed sandbox. When that thing decides to focus, there we go. Bills plate, separately fitted handrails. This is a double Fairlie from the early 1900s. I think it was either the fourth or fifth one to be built after Little Wonder, Mervyn Emrys, and Earl of Merioneth. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Very, very splendid detail on the wheels and detailed coupling rods. Detailed nameplate. It does come with additional 3D nameplates. I'm not sure whether I'm going to fit those. I've absolutely no idea how to do that, and I've never done it before. Coal bunker for the fireman. Nice and superbly detailed handholds on the water tank. Oh, handles on the water tank. Yeah, this thing's really bad for focusing. Highly detailed dome with safety valve. And really good, splendidly done spectacle plates for the windows. Moving round, we've got crisply applied lining when the thing decides to focus, and Fairlie Railway crests. And this being the fireman's side is actually the right hand side of the engine. Now I base this theory on there being a left hand drive through the other engines on the Fairlie Railway, such as the George Englands, as they are left hand drive. So through the process of elimination, I conclude that the Fairlies are also left hand drive. Have a look inside the cab. A detailed handbrake and gauge glasses. Hang on. Focus, you bugger. Come on, focus. Yeah, I know it's really bad lighting at the bad lighting for this, but there are some splendidly detailed gauges and fire holes. A lot of the Fairlies were converted to oil firing later in life, and later, in recent years, converted back to being coal-fired. Due to being a double-ended engine with two separate fireboxes, there was risk to injury of the back sides of the firemen. No wonder they changed them to oil firing. You see the mark for the Fairlie's patent, as this design was indeed patented by Robert Francis Fairlie. Detailed safety valve and whistles, also separately fitted. And for double heading, you can just pull out the coupling and fit a standard hook-eye coupler, as these have the standard 009 couplers. And for those that want to DCC it, you just take off this centre plate with just the 4 screws and place the decoder in there. Really quite simple, and already factory fitted with speakers to be able to turn into DCC sound for those that choose to do so. Turning it round for the cab side, this is where the driver stands. Superbly detailed regulator and reversing rod, as well as gauge glasses for him for this side, as it's actually a legal requirement for all British steam engines to have 2 gauge glasses, except on the Great Western, where they have the addition of tricox in place of a second gauge glass. I'm not sure how they managed to get away with that, especially in the present day. What I believe to be either a toolbox or possibly a condensing apparatus to condense some of the steam back into water, and that's what I believe that pipe is there, coming out of the smoke box here and going into that box there. Possibility of a condensing apparatus. If someone knows more, feel free to drop me a comment. Right, let's get this back on the rails and give it a test. It's back on the rails. Let's see how it performs. Oop, I've not put it on correctly. Right, try again. As you can see, I've made some small changes to the layout as well in this sector. The aeroplanes are just placeholders. I may move them, not yet sure. It's that addition for the World War One theme part of it. That's my electrical tester for the track. You may have noticed the absence of wagons on it. A bit of a disaster with them. Yeah, it's one of those days where everything went wrong, nothing went right, and there's Nothing but clumsy on that day. And as we're picking the wagons up to moving them around, ended up dropping the buggers and broke them. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, they were beyond repair. So, yeah. Bit of a disaster there. I might keep one of the airplanes as maybe the Fokker E3 there. And maybe do something on sort of a captured aeroplane theme. Not sure yet. So there we have it, guys. Fairlie Railway, double Fairlie, Livingston, Thompson. One of 3 models commercially available in 2 different versions for each, being the different version being analog or DCC. The other 2 engines are Merthin Emrys and Earl of Merioneth. And for the Bachmann Collectors Club, there's also David Lloyd George. So there we have it, people. Fairlie Railway double Fairlie. Hope you enjoyed this. And as always, take care and catch you next time.